Oh no, they're coming. Wait, what's up?
So guys, this is my custom jet fighter. Now this isn't made by any specific particular model, but it was mostly based off the F-14 Tomcat and the F-22. Now the F-14 Tomcat, if you didn't know, was the ship that was shown in Top Gun, the original. And it also has a lot of cool features. I also based it somewhat off the F-22 just because I think together it makes a very nice looking model. So first, let's look at the side build and the minifigures. So we'll start with the minifigures. For both the minifigures, I wanted to go for a more simple design, but I was trying to go for a very accurate design too. So this is the first minifigure. You can see he has a resistance pilot suit, which I think looks very good for what it's trying to accomplish. And it also has the newer mask, which comes in a few city sets. And then the other one uses another different suit, which I think is from a city set or it's from one of those magma sets. But then it also has another helmet and it has a different piece for kind of the breathing tube because I didn't have any more of the other one. So yeah, those are the two main minifigures. I also based these minifigures off of Top Gun, so this would be Maverick and this would be Goose. So now for this. This is a missile battery that I made. This would probably go up against the F-14/F-22, but I think it looks pretty good for what it's trying to achieve. It uses some simple designs to create a nice sloped angle with some detail pieces that make it look great. As you can see, here's a 360-degree view. And yeah. So guys, now let's look at the jet fighter. So there are many cool parts about it, but let's start with the front. So as you can see, it starts with the tip and it goes on a gradual angle that slowly gets bigger and bigger until it gets to the main body. It has a nice looking cockpit with some nice front detail, and it even has the wheel at the front. The cockpit can pretty easily open to reveal interior with some printed pieces and some stickers. And what you can do is you can take one of your pilots, whichever one you want, and you can sit him down like that, and then you can have him sitting inside it. And you can actually have both of the fighter pilots inside it at once, but just for now I'll probably put one there. So yeah, you can see he fits nice and snug in there, and the cockpit just goes down like that. There's also some pretty cool stuff, like we were able to add some nice chair details, and the fact that we were able to make this pretty much minifigure scale. So then you can close it, and yeah. So the next detail about the ship is the fact that as I look at these two thrusters. Now, if this were a real plane, what would happen is these would go all the way through, and it would kind of give a lot of air and cool down the engines in the back. And so what I want to do is I want to make it as sleek as possible, so I tied it off pretty much everything. There's a couple studs over here and there on the model, like on the front and these two on the sides, but primarily it's mostly tiled off. And so for the side panels, I decided to use the side building technique, studs on top. and I think it looks great. I also have these two front panels at a nice angle, so then when it goes into the wings, it doesn't make any big gaps. It also has some nice details on the side of the wings, where it has some little missiles or something like that. And so yeah, that's the middle. Now let's talk about the back. So the back is probably one of my favorite parts, just because of all the cool angles I was able to get. So first you can see we have these wings on the very back. Now these were where I mostly got the idea from the F-22, and I think it looks great. It kind of represents most jet fighters, and the ship does look pretty generic, but I think it stands out as a pretty cool model. It also has the two wings on the top, which I think also look great. I don't have any of those side heat plates, so I wasn't able to get that fully tiled off, but I think it looks great either way. And so throughout the middle, there's a lot of different slow pieces to kind of represent the two engines, and then it funnels out to the two engines in the back. Now these two engines I think look great. They're held in by a very simple connection, but they work really well, and they also just are held in by friction too. So yeah. Now one of my favorite details is the underside. The underside I was also able to get really sleek, and it's also a really sturdy model. It has some nice details like retractable landing gear. Sorry, it's hard to do with one hand. As you can see, both landing gear can in fact retract with a simple Technic connection right up top. It also has this wheel, which can't really be retracted, but it can just be simply taken off with two-stud connection. And yeah, the bottom is pretty sleek, and I think it looks great. Overall, I think this is an awesome model. It has some great details, is very tiled off, and it looks very finished. It also has a cool side build and two cool minifigures. Overall, if this were a Lego set, I would probably say this would cost around $70 to $100. As this is a smaller model, it actually has a lot less pieces because the majority of it is hollow, but it is also really strong and it looks really good. And also because it has two minifigures, it probably would take down the price. So yeah, I think this is a great build, and I hope you guys have a great day. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Bye!